said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction. And he will be a wild man.
That's right.
His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
And Ishmael is the progenitor of damn dirty ass stinking Arabs. Alright? Stinking ass Arabs, man.
Which, and truly they're not Arabs, because the word Arab means mixed. Ishmael's portion was the land of Saudi Arabia, around there. You know? So that was their cut. The word Arab is like a new term. So they deem the Iranians Arab. The Iranians aren't Arabs. They're really Elamites. They're really East Indians. You know? That's right.
And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. Let me get back to this. Second Ezra 15:31. And then shall the dragons having the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled and keep silence to their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them in their host. Shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star. And blood shall be from the sword unto the belly, and dung of man unto the camel's hoof. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then shall there come great storms from the south and from the north, and another part from the west, and strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it. And the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear toward the east and west wing shall be destroyed. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that.
Jeremiah 51 verse 1. Thus says the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of their that rise up against me a destroying wind, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land.
Right. For it's those other nations, right? Other nations are fanning this land because they don't like you, man. You friggin' stupid Americans, all right? Everybody on this side of the world, on the west, all the other nations, they do not like you, man. That's why whenever if a war breaks out or minor destruction or something like that, you know, on the other side of the world happens, they gotta call the embassy and try to get out. Oh, who's there? They gotta fly them out. If any destruction happens, if there's a civil war that breaks out, they gotta get the Canadian, either Canadian citizens or American citizens out of there. Because those people on the other side of the world, they'll tear them apart. Because they already know what they're there for, man. They don't like when the soldiers come over there, because what do? They're gonna obviously spoil their houses, then they're gonna rape the children, the women, and all that stuff, and then splatter the kids. Read.
For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his breast.
Read that up again.
Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine, and spear
Brigandine
he,
is their armor, man.
yeah, and spear he,
Armor.
and spare he not her young men, destroy he utterly all her hosts.
That's right. So all these armies, all right, they're going to be destroyed.
Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thirst,
The Chaldeans is miracle. Chaldeans.
and they that who are thirst through in her streets. For Israel has not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God, of Lord of hosts, through their land was fulfilled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be
That's
not
right. It's not telling you to like fully come out of this place like, oh, I want to pull a bubble eyes. All right? You got to come out of this stinking hellhole's ways. All right? When it says eat pork, you don't eat pork. All right?
Be not, okay, start back up. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
That's right. So it's the Most High's time. It's not my time. It's the Most High's time to take vengeance. All right? We're not supposed to take vengeance out of our own way. Oh, we want to go get an AR with a banana clip and start shooting everybody. No, man. We're supposed to be harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent.
Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
That's right.
The nations have drunken of her wine.
That's right. Her ways, her democracy, philosophy, her ways, immoral ways. All right? Not having no scruples, no morals. Taking on your that homosexual lifestyle, that boogery. All right? Breathe.
Therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take blame for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go.
Because those stimulus package that stupid ass Barack Hussein Obama, that little monkey boy, that he stirred up with his stimulus package, that couldn't even heal America. That just brought it even to more debt. Go suck yourself, man.
Everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. The Lord has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes for his devices against Babylon to destroy it.
That's right. So there's the nations, the Most High has given them the power to have nuclear armor. All right? Why? Because America, with help funding, they were buying stuff a lot from those other countries that was making stuff for them, and now they have all that money, and now they've bought themselves armor. So then now they were once only in cahoots with America, and now they become full enemies.
Because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon and make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes. The Lord has both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon.
That's right, which is America.
although that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measures of thy covenants of the Lord of hosts has sown by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. He has made the earth by his power, and has established the world of the wisdom, and has stretched out the heaven by understanding.
Right.
When he utter his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth, to make lightning with rain, and brighteneth forth the wind out of his treasures.
And you people say there's not science in the Bible. Fucking idiots, man. That's Most High explaining about how he spread his clouds, and then he read that over again through the thunder.
When he utter his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightning with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures.
Hey yo, man, just take your nonsense up the street, man. Just take your whatever you want to do up the street, man.
That was not even the way, you fucking retard, man. Yo, it's not for white people. Get out of here.
This is not for Caucasians, all right?
They have the same kind of thing.
That was it right there.